and thank you for joining us for our third newscast from World Dairy Expo. I'm Sarah Schmidt from the Holstein World, and today is Thursday, October 1st. We're excited to bring you the latest in news from Expo grounds, both in the ring and around the grounds. Leading off our headlines for this newscast are results from the International Milking Shorthorn Show. The show was judged by Rick Allen of Canaan, Connecticut, and he placed 250 head. Getting the nod as Judge Allen's grand champion of the show would be Innisfail BDC Stella 905, exhibited by Keith and Donette Fisher of New Enterprise, Pennsylvania. She was the winning aged cow. And the second place aged cow would be Reserve Grand Champion of the show. Her name, she was exhibited by Kayla Frazier of Cushing, Oklahoma, and her name was Clayside FST Valora 8A22. Other champions from the Milking Shorthorn Show, the Junior Show was won by a cow from Minnesota, a 3-year-old, Cherrywood Calais Judea 5, exhibited by Jessica Ocken of Sauk Center, Minnesota. Now let's take a look. We had the opportunity to visit with the owner of this year's champion.
Yeah, my name's Keith Fisher. I'm from Hardcore Farms in New Enterprise, Pennsylvania. That's in central Pennsylvania. The cow is Innisfail BDC Stella 905. She scored 93 points and has about 10 daughters and 5 granddaughters. She's been flushed a couple times after 2006 World Dairy Expo Grand Champion. We did a lot of flushing with her, so she's got lots of daughters. We've sold daughters out of her, and she's just a good cow because she's 11 years old and nothing. She never gets excited.
Yesterday we brought you the champions of the Jersey Show. I wanted to let you also know that the Junior Jersey Show was won by Ben Sauter of Tremont, Illinois. He actually exhibited the Grand and Reserve Grand of the show. Congratulations, Ben. His cows, Xanadu Champion Candy Kiss, the winning 5-year-old, and Lion Duke Duchy, the aged cow, certainly made an impact here at World Dairy Expo. Moving on, this morning, Judge Dave Springler judged the Central National Brown Swiss Show. Judge Springler's selections for Junior Champion would be the first place spring yearling. She was Danmar Logic Shiloh, and she was exhibited by Patricia Donaldson of Abbotsford, British Columbia, Canada. Reserve Junior Champion honors went to the Summer Yearling, a hometown girl from Whitewater, Wisconsin. She was Milk and Honey Sun TTL Truthy Tea, exhibited by Sunshine Genetics. Intermediate champions would go to the winning senior 3-year-old, Top Acres Pilot Groovy ET. She was shown by Mort Osborne Blessing and Garrison of Fort Wayne, Indiana. And Reserve Intermediate champion would go to the senior 2-year-old, Our Heart BC Cayenne. She is exhibited by Renegade Swiss, Rottinghouse and Woods of Madison, Wisconsin. And now, for the one we're probably all waiting for, Grand Champion was Snickerdoodle once again. She is a 6-time Expo Grand Champion. That's right, Old Mill E Snickerdoodle won the Component Merit class and would later go on to be named the Grand Champion of the show. Reserve Grand Champion honors went to the first place 4-year-old. Her name, Jody Prelude Nancy E.T. She was exhibited by Jody Swiss of Tillamook, Oregon. We were able to visit with Snickerdoodle and her owner, Alan Bassler. Here's a look.
Our grand champion 6 times, puts her in a league of her own. She set something that no other cow's ever done in the history here at Expo, and it's quite an honor to to own a cow that has done that, and to come back after year and just being on the same lactation as last year, and to come back and to me looks just as good or better than she did last year. It's phenomenal.
More cows known round the world. That's the tagline for world-renowned dairy cattle artist Bonnie Moore, a former Holstein World employee. We had a minute to catch up with Bonnie just a few seconds ago.
I am Bonnie Moore, and I'm from Glencoe, Minnesota. We dairy farm there, and I've been coming to World Dairy Expo with my art for 24 years now, and I'm happy to be here. I'm always happy to be here, and I pack up my trailer and haul it here, and we set up our booths, and it's a great week, and it's a lot of fun to be here. And you know, coming here every year and seeing people that I only get to see once a year is probably the real highlight. And I think more than that, it's an industry event where people come together and leave their problems behind. One of my new pieces is called Starlight, and it's a single cow lying in a stall. I actually shot a picture at a county fair of this cow, but what it really exemplifies to me is the connection that we as dairy farmers have with our cows. It's a single cow in a stall at night. It's 2 a.m. in the morning. You're going out to check if she's calving, or maybe you're going out to check if she's okay because you just IV'd her an hour before or 2 hours before. But it's the connection of us and our cows and God in the universe, because the world is quiet and it's silent and everyone's sleeping but you, and you're out there in the barn, and you do it because you're passionate about your animals and you're passionate about what you do.
For more information about Bonnie Moore and her fine works of art, please visit www.bonniemore.com. Now let's take a look at the schedule if you're heading to the grounds tomorrow. For one of the best deals at World Dairy Expo this year, David and I headed to the GEA Farm Technologies Westphalia Surge booth for our Taste of Expo.
We have butter pecan, caramel collision, and vanilla.
Well, we're standing behind the GEA booth right now, anxiously awaiting our ice cream that we're going to try. What kind did you get today, Sarah?
I got butter pecan.
And I got the caramel collision, so we're going to go ahead and try it for you. If there's any stop you make this week, you need to come to this booth and have some of this ice cream. This is definitely a tradition of Expo. So come on over and visit these folks at the GEA booth and support their cause.
You can find the ice cream booth located at the far end of the exhibition hall. Now, let's have some fun and check out some scenes we've videoed from around Expo. The Holstein World team is always excited to come to World Dairy Expo, and one of the cool things we get to do is debut our October issue. October 1st is here, and here's the October issue, an issue dedicated to Kingstead Chief Adine, a legendary cow in the Holstein business. Make sure to stop by the Holstein World booth on the bottom floor of the Coliseum to pick up your copy of the October issue today. Also, we are running a special on our subscriptions, just $25, and you can enjoy Holstein World 12 months of the year. That about wraps it up for us here at the Holstein World booth. Now let's check in with our question of the day.
My name is Julie Hemp, and I'm from M&J Heifer Care from Chavance, Illinois. And I've been around the barns all week long, and Through Lane James Rose looks fantastic, and Harvey Frosty looks absolutely awesome too. Really going to be a really strong cow show.
I'm Ross Smith. I'm from Kings Mill, from North Carolina. I really like the Frosty cow over there with the Mike Duckett. She looks incredible, and I think the James Rose cow still looks incredible. Really my two.
Well, I'm Chris Baginski. I'm from Eastern Washington, Othello primarily, and then helping Morrison Farms of Pinoka, Alberta. And one thing for sure, it's going to be one of the best Holstein shows in a long time, I guess. Last year was really good, but I think this year might be even better, but it's a wide open race. You almost have to go with the favorite that won it here last year, Rose, but you know, Goldwyn Missy and our string here, of course, is what we're partially favored to, and we have bigger plans on her stuff, so you know, gotta hand it to Mark and Paulo and let them decide, so it'll be interesting.
I'm Brian Beatty from Tennessee, Beattyview Farm. In my opinion, I think this Harview Roy Frosty looks really good. Maybe Bingland Leduc Nancy, and then the James Rose cow looks awful nice. I don't know which one, but that's the three in my opinion.